A little note here. Probably can't read my handwriting. So, and working on that all week. It's a nice portal.
Yeah, how was it?
I don't know what else to say about it. Sometimes it feels like it has the effect of, you've said this before, like unfocusing, taking things out of focus, and just being aware of the context, or not even the context, just letting the context in rather than mentally associating with anything that's specific. So that's nice. Been doing that with meditations, and since it's here, I've been also doing it with telephone calls and stuff, Zoom calls for work. Sometimes I see that back up a bit.
Yeah, they somehow the attachment, they may seem to be may no longer be there when there's just when it is seen that what seems to be things or objects they are appearing. It's just this space appearing as that. So it's everything becomes lighter. You know, even there's not so much attention on the specific individuals, like people moving around. It is seen that it's just this space appearing as people moving around, things moving around, birds flying. Yeah, so yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So there was also a festival. I went to a festival this weekend called Mind, Body, Spirit. So it's a big kind of new age festival. So there was maybe, well, I don't know, maybe 50 booths, of people that are doing everything from selling beads, got some beads, to telling your future, doing healing, astrological charts, all this kind of stuff. Selling pot or hallucinogenic mushrooms, or just all sorts of just any little booth that's so it's pretty interesting actually. But there was some people there that were very nice. There was a booth that was set up from one of the disciples of Ramana Maharshi. So he set up like a temple place, I guess, or retreat place about an hour from here. So that's nice. So they have calls every Sunday. So I dialed into the Sunday call, and there's a lot of people that live around the area that are involved in it. So I was surprised to see that. So I met some of them and talked to them. And the Krishnas that are right around here in the neighborhood, they were there. So talked to some of them. And then a guy who does retreats to India, Indian guy, whose wife does sound healings. I was sitting there talking to him, and he's my age, maybe a little older. And then he's got this TV scrolling of his trips to India that he does. And one of my friends pops up, which was pretty strange, because I didn't, know this guy from anybody. And it's like, well, there's Linda. Oh, you know Linda? So it was, she had gone with him to India. And that was kind of nice. So made another connection with a friend. And Yeah, so it was nice. I was feeling a little lonely with Melissa gone. And so it was nice to go and connect with strangers in some odd way.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's yeah, every expression is okay. It's beautiful. Yes. Because it's already nothing. It's already nothing expressing as everything. An individual, or what seems to be an individual, is also an expression of everything. So there can never be any real separate individual who's trying to find everything. There's just everything appearing as that. So it's more like a play, you know. It's more like a play. Going up and down, searching, appearing to get closer, not getting closer. It's already what is appearing as that. So anything may arise, any conversation about politics, spirituality, family, it doesn't really matter. Every expression is beautiful. So there is already no one who's listening right now, even when it seems as if there's somebody who's listening. There's just an empty space appearing as somebody who's listening. And here there is just talking appearing in this space, appearing from nothing. And there's just talking to nobody happening, listening happening. The real separate self can never be found because it's imaginary. It's all imagined. It's just it's just being memorized. Just the knowledge that's I grew up in a certain location. I'm so and so. I'm here listening. That's just in the memory. That's also imaginary. So the one who says, "Oh, the world is bad. I don't like what's happening. I wish I could change the world." What's just happening is bad to me. I wish I could change it. That one does not exist. Does not exist. There's no victim. There's no doer. There's no sufferer. So that's one can never really find wholeness because it's already wholeness appearing as that. That one does not exist as separate from everything. So everything is already whole and complete. Nothing needs to be added here. Even when it seems as if something needs to be added,
Sorry,
that's just,
could you repeat that?
yeah, even when it feels as if something needs to be added, that's already this wholeness appearing as that, appearing to say, oh, something needs to be added. I think I'm getting closer. I'm not getting it. I can't find it. I've been searching for years, but I can't find this. I'm about to give up. That's already what is being longed for appearing to say that. That which is looking is already that which is being searched for, is already that which is being longed for. That which is searching is already it. You are what you are looking for. Therefore, there's no one who's looking. There's just it. This everything is this already. Everything is you already. Not you as separate, not you that seems to be in the story, that seems to be going somewhere. You as everything, you as nothing. Or I can say there's no you, doesn't matter. You less you. Words don't really matter. Words are seen as just concepts, you know. This as it is already wordless. So it doesn't mind the words. I can say anything here, but it doesn't really change this. Can never change this. You can talk about the forest. You can talk about the space, planets, but that can never really change this. So words can never really change just what is this, because words are also this appearing as words. So really there's nothing to find, and there's nobody to find anything. Yeah. There's just this, simply what's happening or seems to be happening. Is this as it is can never really be spoken, can never really be said. can never really be described. This is beyond any description. This is beyond any name. This is beyond any thinking, any analyzing. Yet everything is appearing in it. This isn't trying to become anything. This does not expect anything to happen. This isn't looking for the next exciting experience, for it to be what it is. This is already whole and complete. So it doesn't mind what seems to be happening because it's already neutral. From that neutrality, it is seen that everything is already this. Every direction is already this. Every thinking is already this. Every sensation is already this. Every belief, frustration, disconnection, getting closer, getting further away, looking, no looking. The sense of being a doer, losing that sense. Everything is already this. There is no separation. Even the thought of separation is no separation. Is already that which is not separate appearing as a thought of separation. So somehow there is that sense of okayness with everything, with everyone. Everything is okay. Everything is beautiful because everything is an expression of this. So no one can know this and claim that it has been found by someone. No one can claim to find and possess this because there's no separation. There's already nothing outside of this to possess this, to find this, or to become this. There's just simply this. So they can be seeking, but there is no seeker. There can be a thinking happening, but there's no thinker. There can be a looking, but there's no looker. If a question seems to arise, it's not arising from somebody. It's just arising in this, as this. If an answer seems to be given, it's not being given by somebody. It's just disappearing to give an answer. So this as it is has never spoken to anybody. So I would say it's always speaking to itself as everything. It's just this already loving itself. There is no love for an individual because there is no individual. It's just this totality loving itself. So what seems to be an individual is just a thought construct. Mm. There is no real individual. It's just a thought construct. That's when it is looked for, it can never be found. Thoughts can never be found. They seem to be there, but they're never really there. And the looking can never be done by anybody. It's just looking, this looking, this appearing to be thoughts. It is so free, it is so empty and free to become anything or to be anything, to appear as anything. Let me see. So there are no limitations. It is this that appears as somebody who's not yet there. It is this that is appearing as somebody who's getting closer. It is this already appearing as somebody who's losing hope. So can that one who's not getting its be helped?
This is a trick question. I know this one. No. There's no one to help.
You may say, no, I can't get it. Then an answer may appear here. Say, yeah, but you are it already. You are it already. There isn't a real separate you. It's just it appearing as somebody who's not getting it. So
So what difference does it make?
sorry, come again?
So what difference does it make? What difference does anything make? Nothing makes any difference.
Yeah, there's no difference. Even when it seems as if it's making there's a difference, that's already this appearing as that. So this doesn't say looking shouldn't happen, meditation shouldn't happen, searching shouldn't happen. Searching, meditating, looking for this may still continue. This may still continue express as that. as somebody who's looking, because that seems to be enjoyed in a way. The journey, getting closer. Yes, it can also be seen that there wasn't anybody who was getting closer. There wasn't anybody who was seeking. It was just already this, this what is appearing as that. So it's okay.
Duped.
Everything is beautiful.
Duped.
Sorry.
Duped. What does the word duped mean? Let's see. Fooled. Fooled. This has fooled me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like, sometimes it's like, what a joke. This this is beyond simple, so beyond even the word simple. There's really no efforts to be made because it's already here, as everything is already this. There's nowhere to get to. You can never really, you know, it can never be missed. It's you know, it's already here. It's everything. It's here. It can never be found because it's already what is. It's already this. Can never be lost. They can never be anyone to get to it already because it's already here. There's no journey. There are no steps. Because it's already that which is looking out from behind those eyes. Can you get closer to that which is looking from behind those eyes? Can you get closer to it?
You can notice it, or you can not notice it.
It seems to be looking from looking out from those eyes, yet it's beyond. Beyond. Even what seems to be looking, the looking itself is being watched by nobody.
So everything might be one, but it seems like there's four different levels, four different sort of distinct objects, There's mind, there's consciousness, right? The witness's mind. And then there's something beyond that. The unreplaceable medium in which it all arises and disappears into that which it all is, as you say.
Mm.
It's like there's 4 different levels, you know?
Yeah, I can say there's only this, yet it may appear as just concepts, you know. Everything else is just concepts, words, description, you know. Like to say this is God, this is consciousness, awareness. It's beautiful. It's okay. Beautiful. Doesn't mind the words, but itself as it is, it's worthless. So in this neutrality, everything is allowed to play out. The words, descriptions, or what seems to be levels, different levels, everything plays out freely until it exhausts itself and seen that these are just concepts. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't try to get rid of anything. It doesn't try to say no, that shouldn't happen.
As I've been meditating more and it's had more rounds of these discussions with you and so on, there's been a retreating back from these different levels. You know, I still experience them, right? I still experience the world of objects, but it doesn't make as much difference anymore, right? The mind will still burble up with its ideas, but it doesn't make as much difference anymore. Good, bad, you know, pleasure, pain, that starts to have less grip. But then there's the awareness of that. Well, you know, there's the consciousness of it, right? That's kind of where I rest, right? But then there's awareness within that's somewhat of an illusion. The consciousness itself is an illusion, right? And that there's the space or the silence beyond. So letting go of that last bit, you know, that's important. So to me, you say it's right there behind these eyes, but it's beyond the eyes, you know. That's
Yes.
so it's, but it's all one thing anyway, right? But you might say, so you say it's all a play, concepts that eventually exhaust themselves, lose their meaning. The distinctions between how does the object interact with the ideas, interact with consciousness, where's the consciousness and the object and the mind. None of that will ever make sense. It's almost like a big part of it for me is letting go of the idea that any of it will make sense. You know, my son Mitchell, he got quite far in physics, right? And we used to go on these long walks where we would walk the dog and he would talk to me about what he's learning in class. It's just insane, you know. I think I talked to you about that stuff over the years. Uh, dark energy, antimatter, stuff they know is there, but has no imprint, but you can detect the gravitational forces of it, and what goes on inside an atom, the space in an atom, and the sort of the quantum physics calculations, all this kind of stuff. It feels solvable. It feels profound, right? When you hear about things on these levels that you can't see, it becomes clear that the mind influences matter. The mind influences matter according to physics, right? And they can prove that in a way that they don't even understand. So, and you can see, like with Einstein, right? Einstein had he had some awareness there. There was something that he was seeing that was deeper. So all of it kind of seems like, there might be, like the mind might have an ability to solve it. And for me, a large part of, or at least conceptually feel it, I don't have the chops to be able to write the math on paper or anything, but a large part of my journey has been to let go of that, because those are just more labels, right? So, they may be very beautiful labels, very descriptive labels, but labels nonetheless.
Yeah.
There's nothing to get. That's hard for me, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Every decision that you have ever made, every direction that you have ever taken, every thinking, uh, every everything that you have ever done, it wasn't done by you. It was just everything. It was just wholeness, totality doing it. So it's okay. It's okay. You can do whatever that seems to be coming up, and simply do it. It's already being done by the totality, this vastness, spaciousness doing everything. Talking, thinking, wondering, forgetting, remembering. So it's okay. It's okay. Mm.
No responsibility, no credit, huh? It's just a very realistic movie. Just watching a very realistic movie where I'm actually embedded in the movie.
Yeah, the same as when you're playing a video game and then
Right.
you start to become that character that you are playing. But when you're beginning to play, it seems like, oh, I'm just playing a video game. But when there's something very intense or very serious happenings, oh no, oh, be careful. So
You
now
may,
there are emotions involved and
you may be the only person
everything.
I've ever heard who's had profound descriptions of video games. That may be a first in the history of mankind. Yeah, it's like that though. I remember once I was playing this video game that went on for a long time. I'd play a little bit every week in my spare time or whatever. And for some reason, my character got completely dead. It just died, you know. I think like the administrators just,
Yeah.
and I actually felt like, wait, what? No, all of that's gone. Like in a dream when you like get the pot of money and then wake up like, wait, where'd it go? Little death, little imaginary death.
Mm. Yeah, and when it's a sin, that there's just this vastness, that is seen as just a concepts, you know, uh, as well life, or what seems to be an apparent life. This is not living. This as it is not living. So it's already not in the realm of death and birth. It's just there. So the death of the body doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything to this. To this, there are no relatives. There are no family members. There are no brothers and sisters. There are no clouds. There are no planets. There are no universes. Everything is meaningless. Yet in the story, it may seem to be given meaning.
Nevertheless, I really want to know what's on the other side of a black hole. They found this big black hole that sucks up a sun a day, but it's so far away that it took 12 billion years for the light from that black hole to reach Earth. So they only really know the state of it 12 billion years ago. So what happened? Is it still there? And what's on the other side of that black hole? Is there like another universe? These questions, I can't let that go. That will always bug me till the day I die. Imaginary or not.
Yeah.
What happened before the Big Bang?
Yeah, you are everything. The black hole, the dark matter, the lights, everything. When the body dies, this recognizes that there's, there's always been everything. It has always been everybody, or what seems to be everybody. It has always been every animal, every tree, every cloud, every stone, every planet. So somehow it is alone as everything. It tends to imagine itself as separate from itself. Then it's somehow it chooses to appear as in a certain character, to appear as a certain character, experiencing certain things. But it's still itself, pretends to forget itself and tries to remember itself. It's playing all these characters, going up and down, searching for the meaning of life, looking up to the stars, wondering if there's any life out there. It's already imagining separation, imagining unity. So the death of the character doesn't mean anything to it. This can never die. It's already there. It's not living. Therefore, it never dies. It doesn't mind the death of the body. So this is a dream. This is a dream. It appears as somebody who's living life, who's getting closer to something. It appears as somebody who has a family, beautiful family, a job. It's all a dream. It's just a dream. But this dream, in this dream, nobody wakes up. There can be a recognition that it is a dream, but that which is recognizing is nothing, is this, is it. There can never be anyone who can recognize that this is a dream. In the same way, in the dream, when you're dreaming, you wake up. Before waking up in that dream, you see everything that it is real. Those monsters that are chasing you, they are real. They are there. You are running away in the jungle. And there is a heartbeat there, strong heartbeats. Those monsters are about to catch up. They're screaming, they're shouting, oh, I'm about to die. But the moment you wake up in that dream and realize that, my body is there, sleeping in the bed. I'm not just dreaming. And then you turn around and those monsters, they start to think to themselves, oh, we're in big trouble now. I think he knows that he's dreaming. And then
I think you lost the metaphor there, but I got you.
so you tend to play around with it, you chase those monsters away, you fly around, you do whatever you like, because you know that it's just a dream.
Yeah.
So in the same way, this one as well, when there is recognition that this is just a dream, which nobody's recognizing that nobody's waking up in the dream. It is seen as just a play. So there might be that apparent character or superficial character that seems to be there listening, answering questions, but it is seen that it's not real. It's not real. That which is asking a question is the same as that which is giving an answer. So it's just this vastness playing. It's a play. Beautiful play. But when it is taken seriously, then it seems to be real. Taking it seriously and seeing that it's just a play is also an expression of this. This may appear to enjoy the story in a way, taking a story as something very serious as real, because it is enjoyed in that way. But when it's not taken seriously, somehow it may seem not to be enjoyed. That's why it takes it seriously right now. Then when it recognizes that it's just a play, unreal, then as well it may be seen beautiful, become beautiful. But there's no doer of anything. There's no doer. There's no one who's enjoying or taking anything seriously. It's just this appearing as that. So as I was saying, as I said last week, that I just watch the space and overlook the objects or people, things. So, because in most cases, you know, we tend to the attention is given to things. Like, then they might it might seem as if there is that attachment that seems to arise as a result of that. To arise that then the space is overlooked, the space between the objects and or what seems to be objects. So there may seem to be an attachment in the things. Then the space may seem as if it's nothing, just a space. But when there is focusing in the space and the attachment to those things may seem to be very light, you know, very light until the space is seen as just the only thing that is. And then it is also seen that it is the space that appears as those things. So when somebody says something to you, it's You know, they are no longer those patterns. So talking to me, you know, because you become that space which you already are. You become that space which you already are. And then you can't do anything to the space. You can't bend the space. You can't shoot at the space. You can't make the space wet. So the space is indestructible. And the insults, you can't insult the space. There will be no responses there. It's just a space.
You can't insult the space.
So it's empty. It's not, it's nothing. Nothing can't really be affected by anything. And then if there's that sense of being something, then it may seem as if there are those patterns, you know, when you say some words may seem to not to land very well, because there are those patterns. Yet everything is already this. Sometimes they can be here, they can be they're playing around with concepts happening, which is also beautiful because it's also an expression. It's,
You're waking up. You were a little tired to begin with. Now you're awake.
sorry?
You were a little tired to begin with. Now you're awake.
Yeah.
On a roll. Yeah, you know, it's amazing, these discussions. I love them, but Tuesdays are really busy, you know. So I've been on Zoom calls since like 9 a.m. talking and working and talking and working and making, you know, jumping from project to project. And by the time I talk to you, I'm just like, and my mind is like, I know, with the stuff from the day, you know. So in the beginning, sometimes it's hard to even pay attention. And just gradually that washes away. Anyway, really enjoy it.
Been a very busy day.
Yeah.
I love the white color,
Isn't that
the
nice?
painting. Yeah, it's very nice.
That's I mean, that came with the place. This is the office, and it came with a white brick. Got to also kind of painting over here, just some trees.
Oh, oh, nice.
And then out here is right out this window. It's where our friend is. Out this window.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there is where he hangs out, like 15 feet down there. So, But I've heard him going by, and I think that he's just got the message that this is not the right place for him to land. So hopefully he's found other places to spend his days. And next time I see him, I'll give him some money. And I told him I had a friend in Africa, and I was going to send this picture to him. That he didn't even seem to like acknowledge that I was there. Okay, that picture is so intense. You can tell he like sits back and like makes this face.
Yeah, I saw it.
I just get the impression that somewhere deep down that guy is good.
Hmm. It might be an angel in disguise.
Yeah, testing me. He's testing me. Needling me. This is a devious angel. Maybe this is Satan himself.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go home. Long day.
Yeah.
Okay, next Tuesday then.
Okay. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Akosi.